Jarret, give us your thoughts on Tony. What do you see from him? What can he do that we don't know about?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tony. I think he's actually one of the hardest workers, if not the hardest worker on the football team. He's putting a lot of work in. Each offseason I've been here with him, and I would say that's probably something y'all don't know about him is he is one of the hardest workers on the team. And so for him to get his chance, I'm super excited for him. And, I have no doubt in him, and I believe in him very much.
Last year against Army wasn't your greatest of days. How do you put that behind you going into this year's bowl game against Minnesota?
Yeah, I think I put that one behind me a long time ago. I'm going to go into this game, prepare like I usually prepare, and go in there with a great mindset and mindset to win the football game.
There's been a lot of talk about them defensively up front in the linebacker core. What do you see secondary coverage-wise that they do that makes them so effective?
Yeah, I think, they don't do a whole lot, which makes them good at what they do. They play, just a lot of basic coverage, and they're just really good at it.
How do you go into this game thinking of, you could end your career in it, maybe not? Have you made your mind up?
Yeah, I haven't really got to the decision yet. I was just going to focus on the bowl game, see what happens after. Talk to Coach Brown. Didn't really want to make this whole thing about me. Want to make it about winning the bowl game.
Where do you put this defense to the defense? You played some pretty good defenses this year. Where does this one stack up with some of the ones you faced?
Yeah, I think, Coach Brown said it in how it kind of reminds him of Baylor. Baylor really didn't do a whole lot either. They just have some really good players and good at what they do. So I would say Baylor as well.
When you say that you put the bowl game behind you, you obviously had to. It wasn't you didn't have a choice in that matter.
Yeah.
How do you keep it from now bouncing back in memory? Postseason game, bowl game against the team that's going to run against you, and try to keep the ball away from you. How do you handle it?
Yeah, I think I would just prepare harder. Kind of like 2019, threw 3 interceptions versus TCU, and then in 2020, I wiped that and we beat them, and I had a pretty good game. So just try to make it a different outcome, prepare harder, and go into the game not thinking about last year's game, but thinking about what my job is and what I need to do to win a football game.
In a way, you have a very interesting mental game, I guess, not having yet made a decision on whether to come back or not. And also with that one thing that you'd like to erase. It's going to be a fun mental time for you, I guess.
No doubt. Like I said, I don't really have my mind on a decision at all. My mind is strictly on the bowl game, and that's it.
Obviously, the bowl game last year, but that was a different situation as far as leading up to the game. You didn't have any of the fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your first time doing the fun bowl stuff, and how exciting is that? You're a fifth-year guy.
Yeah, it is my first time. I never went to one at Bowling Green, but it's been fun. We got a couple bowl gifts. We did that last year. I think the bowl gifts this year are a lot better so far. And then when we get to the site, we'll be there for a couple more days than we were last year. So I'm excited to experience that.
Jarret, defensively, I talked to Coach Leslie. They're going to lose quite a few guys on that side of the ball, but whatever your decision is, there's a possibility this offense brings back just about everybody but Letty. So, how important is this extra practice? Is this game for next season, the season after that, offensively speaking?
Yeah, I think the practices are important just to get good work with receivers, quarterbacks, running backs, and with Tony being a new guy, he gets more reps that he hasn't been getting. Receivers are a bunch of old guys, so we're getting some young guys some reps. And then to the bowl game, it'll just give us a lot of momentum going into next season and going into the offseason.